Hello and welcome to this event where we're going to talk about IoT and advanced logistics. My name is Francis Cepero. I'm Director of Vertical Markets at A1 Digital. And I would like to first and foremost introduce you to A1 Digital. What are we doing in the market? Where are we coming from? And basically, what is our focus? Our focus is cloud, IoT, machine learning, and security. And we are a company, part of the A1 Group, a subsidiary of A1 Telekom Austria Group, part of América Móvil. We have 3 locations in Central Europe, in Vienna, in Munich, and Lausanne. And we are around 200 employees, experts in these 4 technology areas that I mentioned before. Currently, we have more than 1,500 customers, and we have run more than 500 international IoT projects. We have been selected by Gartner into the global Magic Quadrant for IoT services in 2020. And with that, I think we have reached that level of global expertise that allows us to do more complex projects and discuss more complex topics, like the ones that we are going to discuss today about logistics. What are the classic problems in logistics that we see today when we discuss with our customers? We have grouped them in a set of categories. We see problems with asset operations. We see problems with optimization, with demand visibility. And specifically, when we talk about asset profitability being heavily impacted by inefficient planning, the availability of the assets being impacted by idle times and maintenance times, we don't see customers making use of optimized and integrated planning. Route planning continues being an issue because there are so many inputs into this planning and so many constraints into this planning that it's very difficult for them to make use of this in the old non-digital world. And so demand visibility is also an issue where we see that many companies have few insights and they don't use machine learning models for demand and supply chain predictions. We also see many manual planning exercises being done by our client. And of course, this leads to all the customer engagement issues that we know, inability to adapt to growing demands and to changing conditions in the market. So if we look at the next perspective on how to solve those problems, at a fundamental way, we look at real-time logistics. And this is basically a combination of 2 core technology assets. One is the IoT solutions and platforms that will allow you to have a real-time management, a real-time visibility on assets and shipments. And the second one is the advanced logistic planning platform that is capable of doing a multimodal prediction and modeling of transportation networks. So all your transportation routes and your hubs are going to be planned in real time, being cognizant of the data and where the shipment actually is and what is the current status of the assets. So let us go into a little bit more of detail into this direction. So the trend of integrated asset management is one of the core trends in the last couple of years that we have seen. And this is the foundation for digital transformation in the logistics. And the target should be, in our opinion, for many of our clients, to create one single system to view and to maintain and to manage all the assets and tools in a central location, in a central enterprise asset management system. And here you see an example of a logistic company from the rails. We have a couple of them as our clients. And the idea is really to manage all of what they can, what they own in one single system that allows for visibility, complete transparency on the procurement process. There's a lot of benefits from this. I'm not going to abound on that because I'm going to be only on the surface. But if you look at the next perspective, how this influences maintenance, you can see that enterprise asset management systems, and in this case, we have taken the system from Infor, our partner for enterprise asset management. You can combine real-time sensors, real-time data coming from IoT sensors with operations like maintenance, with operations like the repair, the purchasing process. So all of this becomes an integrated operation and allows for a management of a fleet much more efficiently. And at the same time, it gives you always the availability of your assets. Where are they? How are they being used? So this is super important. Take this into account. And if you think that this is a very complex process in order to get there, it is not. So we have done projects and secure transitions of about 6 months, 3 to 6 months for very large companies. So this should not be a problem. Also for mid-sized companies, this is possible. If we look at the next topic, which is integrated logistics planning, in there we see that all this data that has been captured in real time about the shipments and about the assets, including, of course, location, temperature, humidity. So all of the, not only the data of the transportation asset, but also of the cargo. So what happens to the cargo? What is the situation? That will be informing better decisions around route planning, will be informing better decisions about prescriptive and predictive analytics around customer demand, which is the right service provider to use. And of course, at the end, this will enable a better simulation of the specific scenarios that you will use. So you can imagine if you have to, let's say you capture peak demands and you predict peak demands in specific supply scenarios. If you plan faster than your competitors, you will be able to take this peak demand. And what we are trying to create here with the IoT platforms and the real-time integrated logistic planning is the ability to be more agile in the planning process. So by doing that, you're able to react faster to any sort of unpredicted or unforeseen demand in the market. You know where your assets are, you know where your shipments are, you have simulated and you can do predictions and prescriptions about what to do with your assets and your routes and your service providers. And now all of this is integrated into one planning scenario that does planning automatically at any degree of capillarity in your supply chain and in your distribution channels. So coming to the last minute of our presentation, I think what is important here, key takeaways, please work on integrating IoT and machine learning into your modern asset management systems. This will add a lot of value. Work on integrated planning logistics. This is the next trend that we are seeing with our clients, and this is adding a lot of value and lowering customer acquisition costs dramatically. And last but not least, remember that IoT and all the digitalization is the team sport. So it's a partnership between your business experts and your tech experts. And if you need any help, we at A1 Digital can help you in this process. Thank you very much.